Hi. It's part 2. Some internet storage. I hate it. Yeah. Because of internet storage, the video stops, so we're doing a part 2. Also, my pillow and my Rubik's Cube fell off of this bunk. It was an accident to drop my... Yeah. It was an accident to drop my, well, to drop it. Yeah. Anyway! Time to get back on Roblox. Time to get back on Roblox. Yeah, I don't want this. Ow! Let's see what characters are in here. It's most part I had to waste so much storage space because of it. Oh yeah. Oh well, guess we'll watch YouTube. I don't want you guys to know my password. And maybe the hackers on Roblox. Please don't hack me. What? This is gonna be A. Wow, that's so good.
So what was one of your biggest fears in school?
I'm just gonna watch some
Using
YouTube.
the bathroom and a fire drill would go off. Because it would go off at the worst times. And we would do them in the worst weather.
Yeah, I agree. Just a few days ago. Just like maybe a week ago. The announcements came on as I was using the bathroom. Like, oh my gosh, I thought it was a lockdown. Like, I actually thought it was going to be a lockdown. And I was scared to death. I don't have any proof to show you, though. Anyways, luckily it was not a lockdown. It was just for bus changes. Like, for bus 2B, which was the bus that I was on. Those bus changes. I was on bus 4A. So that's the one I was on last year. As my other people, as my other classmates, they were on bus 6A. As one I think was on bus 5. So yeah. Ooh, customizing a Rubik's Cube. No.
Hey,
Starting to
me.
get
And
cold.
today I'm doing something that is the result of harassment once again. No, I'm just kidding. It's over.
Hello.
This
It's
is gonna
time
take
for the
a
time to
little
go
bit of
crazy.
backstory, so bear with me. Quite some time ago, there was a
I was jumping on the
group
bed.
that decided that they wanted to
Top bunk 2.
video idea called Fixing the Unfixable. They were copying and pasting this comment, demanding that I do
this
it
is
over and
pretty
over
hard
again,
to-
bombing my comment
Sorry,
section
Toy Lord,
with
but
the
you
same
gotta go
comment,
by.
until finally
Now I can't actually get
did it. And as soon as I post that video, somebody else comes up with the next idea. Once again, people were copying and pasting the same comment to try to get me to do the next idea that some brilliant person had. And so what am I going to do this time? I guess I'm here to do it again. I don't know how long this is going to go on. On the other side, there are many people who are super annoyed at this and who are complaining about the people who are copying and pasting comments and telling them to please stop harassing me and please stop telling me what to do. I appreciate the passion on both sides. It's fine. I don't feel
Just
harassed
enjoy watch this
to the
video,
point where it makes me
YouTubers.
upset. So don't worry about me. Am I super excited about this idea?
So it has officially been 20 minutes. It has officially been 20
We'll see about that.
minutes.
I'm willing to do it for you.
Into
Now that we've gotten that
the
out of the way,
video.
what the mob wants this time is for me
Or
to paint
21
every square
minutes.
of a Rubik's Cube with a
So
different
that's good.
character.
That's really good. That's really
I'm gonna
good.
be honest, when I first read this
Anyways, I
idea,
might have to
was
switch
like,
into a different person's phone or tablet
not gonna do it.
to
And
actually
speaking
get
of
it
Rubik's
done.
Cube, each square had to because I saw this comment over and over and over again for several weeks. You know what? Maybe there is a way to do this without going completely insane. You'll see what I have in mind. Let's get into this amazingly wonderful process. Here is my Rubik's Cube. I actually do have an old one of these from high school, but I wanted to keep that one for sentimental reasons. So I got this new fresh one to do this ASMR with these. They should. If you don't know what a Rubik's Cube is, it's a puzzle. So you're supposed to mix it all up and then try to get each side with all the same color, which I will not be demonstrating because I never actually had the patience to figure out how to solve one completely.
There is the second layer, but I had issues solving the last one. I'm not quite sure how to do it.
But for our purposes, it's a collection of tiny canvases. This thing has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, each with
I'm just
9
messing around with
squares,
the
which gives us a
mystery.
total of 54 squares. So you guys wanted me to do 54 micro paintings in one video. Mean, very mean. This is gonna take some planning. So I've got my sketchbook, and it looks like I filled out every single page with messy nonsense already. This one's dead. New sketchbook. Welcome. Oh, so fresh. I'm going to start by drawing out all the squares and separate them into groups for each side, and then plan out which characters I want to use specifically by drawing out every single one. Just doing this part of it seemed to take forever. I was genuinely scared of what I've gotten myself into. Why did I...
Do not even mind that. That's a stupid ad. Oh, Black Friday deals. Why is it just for babies?
Of what I've gotten myself into. Why did I agree?
Anyways,
to this?
continue.
Here's my complete plan, and don't forget page 2. Oh, don't look at that. That was actually a sketch that I did around the same time for my shoes that I painted in a video, so that gives you an idea of how long I've been working on this. The sketches are kind of sad looking toward the end especially, but I know what they are. Now, here's the twist. I'm going to be doing this digitally, not with actual paint. I can hear the whining, the complaining. Nobody's happy. Is it exactly what you asked for? No. Does it make the thumbnail slightly misleading? Yes. But you might still like this. Give it a chance. I'm going to be using Procreate, and in order to set up my document properly, I need to do some quick measurements. And I'm entering precisely the dimension of one individual square, and now we are ready to go. We're going to start with the purple section. Boom, purple. I think it only makes sense to start by drawing the most classic character of mine, Pickle the dinosaur. So I'm drawing him. I want to do a good job, but it's best to keep these simple. The image is ultimately going to be so small. Tiny details are definitely out of the question. You won't even be able to see them. So I want to stick to really thick outlines and keep the design very bold and exaggerated to make sure that you can still see everything very clearly, even when it's tiny. And yay, one down, 53 more to go. Moving on to the next character. This is going to be Cousin Derp, and oof, this is the even derpier version of Derp. Also, probably one of the only times that you'll see him without food, which I know is very difficult for him. I'm sorry, Derp. When you live inside a 1 by 1 centimeter square, there's just not room for your cheeseburger. Okay, little Derpy, you're done. Next, it's Pickle again. I'm actually going to reuse this pickle file and just change the colors around because I want to create Pickled Pink. You get it? Like tickled pink, but pickle. Who actually my mom created. She likes to do crochet, and she has invented crochet patterns modeled after some of my characters. If you know how to crochet, she actually does have her patterns for sale on her store. But Pickled Pink was her idea. Word around the street is she's Pickle's girlfriend. But that's just a rumor. You didn't hear it from me. Now we're moving on to another classic and my personal favorite, Georgie. And this is Georgie with the big lips.
Whoa!
I did end up coming back to this several days later and fixing those lips, but in the meantime, please enjoy Georgie with Botox. Now, for anyone who is disappointed that I'm not actually painting the designs directly on the Rubik's Cube, I'm sorry. I definitely would not have even attempted this idea with actual paint. Some people enjoy the tiny little paintings. For me personally, I find painting on a super small scale to be incredibly frustrating, and I would have hated every second of it. And I love you guys, but let's compromise. I'm gonna just change it into that I'm not wanting to die the whole time. Obviously, doing this digitally, I have way more space to work with. As I'm going along, I'm crossing
We're just
off
watching
each character
YouTube.
that I've finished
50
in
minutes.
order to keep myself organized. We have so far to go. I need to pick up the pace. I am slightly confused about how this idea got spread around. Who paints on a Rubik's Cube? That's not a thing. Like, where in the world did this come from? Oh, there's Bird. Bored as usual. Okay, done with that. Next. Clearly, with the Rubik's Cube, the squares of each side have to have something in common. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to solve it. And so, even though I'm putting a different character on every single square, I'm keeping each side with the same background color. This way, it is still technically a functional Rubik's Cube that you could solve. Now, fun story that's actually not that fun at all, and it's kind of a minor tragedy. The original bomb of comments did say, make a Rubik's Cube with a different character on every single square. But, over time, the comment had been reposted and rewritten so many times. It's like the most chaotic game of telephone that never ends. And so, it ended up kind of mutating into paint a Rubik's Cube with a different character on every side. But of course, by the time they had changed the demand, I've already started all the drawings. If I just did a different character on each side, that's only 6 different characters instead of 54. I could have saved myself so much time, but whatever. And oh boy, it's my current obsession. It's Cupie. She's the human cupcake.
Please be quiet.
I always want to sing about her for some reason. Also, let me take the time to reiterate this because you guys are kind of starting to scare me. Just because you bomb my comment section with a demand.
Sorry for all the loud
I'm just
noise.
gonna keep on
I'm
doing
gonna stop
it.
now.
After this video, I'm gonna need to take like a 40-hour long nap because this was so much work. Let's give me a break for a second here. This is the last member of the Purple Squad. It's the classic angry pig in a bunny costume whose original design actually doesn't look all that angry, but we know he's got the attitude problem.
What?
So I'm just gonna redesign him kind of and go with that. Okay, the purple side is complete. Ooh, we've got a long road ahead. One step at a time, we're gonna move to the pink side. And you know what? I think I just want to get a little bit more comfortable just adjusting my tail there. I'm in my derp onesie, I'm in my slippers, and I'm gonna sit on the couch for this next batch, okay? Just doing some light reading real quick. Here we go. On to the pink side. I'm now working on Fred, the plant with the most personality. Then we've got the Grateful Monkey with the biggest bow of all time. We've got Grumpy Cherry Berry, who's just kind of a bummer. And oh, the hair is coming out. Be free. And here comes the polar bear family. Watch as Papa Alfred morphs into Mama Marlowe and then into Baby Nat. We've got the classic squishy ghost coming at us. Yes, he's back. And one of my most precious, Baby Wee-wee. I'm sorry you couldn't bring your lollipop. And oh, we're on to the orange side. It's happening. We're moving faster now. When I say this was time consuming, you do not even understand.
Phew, at least it's Christmas time now.
Everyone's go-to bra looks a little different.
Oh, that's sus.
Save on your favorites from
You do not even understand. I had
Why
spent
would they put
days
that
on
as an
this, and I
ad?
felt like, okay, I've got to be nearly done now. Counted, and I had only done 25. I thought about quitting many times, but I was like, nope, I've just spent so much time on this already. I have to see it through. Okay, we're gonna buckle down now. That's right. Get your blanket out, and we're moving into the yellow section. This whole experience did make me appreciate just how many characters I've created over the years. I thought it was going to be difficult to find 54 characters, but actually there were a lot that I wanted to include that I didn't get to. And obviously I was working on these drawings for much longer than I was sitting on that couch. So I have this drawing footage that continues on forever. So if you are new here, you've probably already gathered this, but yes, these are all completely original characters of mine that I've created throughout my videos. Many of them came from squishy designs, lots of drawings, and other miscellaneous art projects that I've done. If you recognize all of these, you either have a freakishly good memory or you are a truly invested viewer. Alright, so many days, weeks, years, okay, not years, but a long time later, I've finally finished all the designs that I need for this project. project. I'm not gonna lie, I was just sitting here basking in this right now because it was such a good feeling to have all of these done finally. I did notice the monkey duck and not Georgie kind of looked similar, and they're both in the green section. Same with the cookie narwhal and cow dog over here in the orange section. So I just did a quick little switcheroo of the background colors just to solve that little issue. And there. So we have to magically transport these out of the iPad, bippity boppity, whatever. And boom, they've been printed out. And I've printed these all on sticker paper, which getting them to this point where they were all formatted and ready to be printed like this was an ordeal within itself. But I won't bore you with that. The reason I printed them all separately in columns on the side like this is because this sticker paper is incredibly difficult to peel from the corner. It's super annoying. The only way I could figure out how to peel the backing off was by creating a big messy rip and then using the rough edges to peel the layers apart. Now you see sticky. First, I'm going to apply a strip of packing tape over top of the whole column to give them a nice protective coating. Smooth that down, pulling out my cutting mat. I'm going to slice all the way down the left edge and then use some scissors to cut apart each square like a little fringe. Then I'm making my big and nasty rip down the middle. That way I can peel off the backing easily and just trim out each little square sticker. Bringing back the Rubik's Cube, hi, it's been a while, and sticking the first square in place. Oh, it's a moment, and it's magical. Then, of course, I had to repeat the whole taping, slicing, cutting, ripping, and trimming process over and over and over again until I felt like I was losing brain cells. But let's just focus on the interesting part, which was actually sticking
Sorry.
the stickers in place.
Just throwing
Just
another
the
stuffed
assembly
animal.
of this thing took almost a full day, but this was actually kind of satisfying to do. I had already gotten used to the idea that this video was a huge time commitment, so whatever. And it was such a relief to see this thing finally coming together and being on the last step. All of my hard work finally wrapping up and getting put to use. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to finish this, and okay, I just threw my cube at the camera. Good job. So here is the final result. This was such a crazy idea and so much work, but I feel actually really happy and accomplished at the end of all of it. It's somehow really satisfying just to hold so many characters in my hand. I feel like I have the power of them all. Of course, this is not as practical because it's definitely harder to see which square goes where, but I think that's okay. It is technically still solvable, and I think it's kind of more like a novelty item anyway. I wanted to mix it up and see what it looked like, but I still can't solve it, so I'm thinking I need to learn how to do that. If I could go back, I wouldn't because I wouldn't want to go through it again. But if I had to go back, I would change that the purple and the pink are too similar in color. I think that purple needs to be much darker so that it stands out more from the pink. But I won't be too nitpicky because, you know what, I really love this. I think it looks awesome. I know it's not exactly what you guys expected, but I hope you're happy with it anyway. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. And no more comment bombs, at least for a couple weeks. Give me a break. Bye!
It has 5 more minutes left until it's officially been 40 minutes. 20 minutes left.
Everyone wants. We all want the incredible iPhone 14 Pro now at T-Mobile. And
At least it ain't 100 minutes for an hour. At least it's only 60. Get out, Pumpkin Pico. Finally, that video's done. No way. That title. I can't believe my eyes. That title on the Ultimate Roller Coaster Manufacturer tier list is Copperhead Strike.
Roller coaster manufacturers make or break the
That
game.
ain't one.
Some manage to stay in business building the worst possible rides ever, Zamperla, and some build the majestic masterpieces.
Fury from
Today's
Carowinds.
video, and I
Fury!
one, we will go through every single
I just
coaster
love
manufacturer known to
Fury.
mankind and rank it in a tier list. This will
Wow.
cover the big names from Bullinger and Mabillard to the itty-bitty small ones that no one has heard of, like PAX, and compare them amongst each other. We'll be going in alphabetical
I get
order
it.
because of convenience.
Like
so, yeah,
Among
let's
Us,
just get started.
a mug.
Up first is a manufacturer called the Allen Herschel Company, and I honestly have no idea what this company was until I looked them up on RCDB, and I found that they are incredibly boring and unoriginal. They build kiddie coasters, like a lot of them, like 205 of them. But that's not the boring part. The unoriginality is derived from that their absolute garbage ability to name their coasters. Well, I guess that's more the park's fault, isn't it? But to have a collection of coasters where they all share the same name is a bit saddening. Let's look at their collection. They have 6 coasters called Kiddie Coaster, and 58 coasters called Little Dipper. You heard that right. 58 coasters called Little Dipper. They have tons of Mad Mouses, Monster Mouses. You even have a whole handful that are just called Roller Coaster. This manufacturer is great to farm.
And that's the worst one. Dumbest
I
one.
searched the web for the dumbest Minecraft speedruns ever made. From literally building the shape of an L to mining a single dirt block. And as the video goes on, the speedruns only get dumber. Starting off with the world record speedrun for breaking a tree? Like, how is this even a world record category? This speedrun was attempted by Sazna with a time of under 5 seconds, which is crazy. Sansa starts off the run by generating into their world, and using creative mode, they destroy an entire tree in just a few seconds. That was insane. And what's even crazier is the over 150 other people he beat out doing this speedrun. So let's just move on to the next one. This next speedrun is so random that it technically isn't even a category on speedrun.com. And this is the speedrun for the fastest death in Minecraft. Now this speedrun
Which is
was broken
33
by
minutes,
Alex
and
Ace,
which
but
is
since this
23
speedrun
minutes,
doesn't
it'll
really even
officially
exist,
be.
we have no way to verify it. Anyway,
20 seconds left until it has officially been 40
Alex
minutes.
spawns into his world
I might have to
and
do a
does
part 3
something
because
crazy.
of storage.
He spawns in directly next to a huge ravine, and he immediately moves right to fall in, and gets a time of 1.6 seconds, which is just insane. But what's even more insane is this next speedrun. And while it may be impressive, I'm including it on this list because it's such a
Yay,
waste
officially
of
been
time.
40
This
minutes.
next speedrun
20
is for
minutes
the
left.
fastest time to mine an entire chunk in Minecraft, which includes blocks, trees, and also grass. The current world record for this speedrun is held by Dawulina with an astonishing time of a little over 1 hour and 8 minutes. And I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the most boring speedruns because it's literally just mining blocks. And just like that, the speedrunner completes the speedrun in just a little over an hour. That was hilarious. Something even funnier may be this next speedrun, which I couldn't even believe was real. And this is the speedrun for the fastest time to build an L in Minecraft. Yes, literally the entire world record is building an L shape in Minecraft. Any one of my subscribers can actually do this. But anyway, the current record for this hilarious speedrun is held by Kaludi with the time of under 2 seconds. The run starts off and Kaludi gets a crazy lucky spawn next to some sugarcane. And because he spawns next to the sugarcane, he can easily break it in just under a few seconds. Once he breaks the sugarcane, he quickly places them on top of each other to form an L all in one motion. And he actually managed to get the world record time for the speedrun with 1.667 seconds. So let's just move on to the next one. This next speedrun is so random and kinda useless, because this is the speedrun for getting a stack of lime wool in Minecraft. What even is this? The run starts off and immediately our speedrunner finds a desert temple. He uses some crazy parkour to get into the temple, break down, and mine the TNT underneath. He then goes around the village and breaks cactus with the TNT that he got from the pyramid, and then does this crazy strat where he places all of the furnaces at once. After all the cactus smelt, he finally gets all the green dye that he needs, and then uses it to shear all of the sheep that he sees around him, giving him 20 wood wool right off the bat. After looking around and finding more sheep, our speedrunner is halfway there in only under 2 minutes. And finally, with the a crazy time of only 2 minutes and 9 seconds, he finds all 64 wool that he needs. While this speedrun was incredibly impressive, it's hard to deny that this category is hilariously dumb. What's so dumb is this next Minecraft speedrun category. Or, well, maybe it is. Because this Minecraft speedrun is literally McDonald's. The speedrun's goal is to create a McDonald's Happy Meal as fast as possible, which includes 2 pieces of bread, an apple, a potato steak, and chicken. Swaggy Cat begins this run and spawns directly into a village. He immediately goes into the first chest and finds the apples and bread that he needs straight away, and also finds a sword in another chest, which will be helpful as it's getting his protein. He finds both a cow and a chicken around the village, which he immediately hits with this sword, and then brings it back to the furnace to coop up. And with that, he managed to create a McDonald's Happy Meal in under 42 seconds, beating the previous record by over 7 seconds. I can't believe that speedrun actually exists. What might be even crazier is this next Minecraft speedrun world record, because this speedrun literally takes place on Paper Minecraft, and this is the Minecraft speedrun for drinking milk. Who even came up with this? Anyway, the speedrun begins, and initially our speedrunner moves to the left to find a tree. He then makes a crafting table that he will use later in the run, and makes his way to find some iron so he is easily able to create a bucket. But first, he must make himself a stone pickaxe to easily mine the 3 iron that he very quickly finds. Once he gets the iron, he quickly crafts a furnace and begins to smelt it, and also conveniently finds a cow that he brings down into his cave. And after just a few more seconds, the bucket is done and he has milked the cow. And after he drinks the milk, he's given himself a world record time of 1 minute and 27 seconds. If that's impressive, I don't know what is anymore. What isn't as impressive is the next speedrun on this list. Because let's be honest, this is one of the most useless speedruns ever created. And of course, this is the Minecraft speedrun for getting every single type of wood. Like, who even needs that? Anyway, the run begins and our speedrunner gets a good spawn in between a ton of trees. He immediately begins by going forward to the first tree and slightly to the left for the second. He also picks up both a birch and oak tree on the way and gets a jungle tree too. He then manages to find the last tree in
It
just
is
a few
officially
seconds, and then completes
almost
the
50
speedrun of 26.7
minutes. So,
seconds.
yay!
This speedrun was
In
very
6
fast and
minutes.
skillful.
Okay,
It was
go.
incredibly useless and hilarious. This next speedrun easily takes the cake for the dumbest one we've seen yet. Because this is the Minecraft speedrun for literally mining and placing a dirt block. Are you serious? The record set by this speedrunner begins with him running only inches forward, then immediately looking down and mining the first piece of dirt that he sees. Then he quickly places the same piece of dirt on the way up, right to the block adjacent to him. And that's somehow a world record? Just for fun, I tried this exact Minecraft seed run to see if I was able to get a world record. And let's just say, I might have been unsuccessful. So I'm challenging one person that subscribes to my channel to beat the world record, and whoever gets the fastest time will win $100. So subscribe, and let's take a look at some more hilariously dumb Minecraft speedruns. Now I'm fairly certain that this next speedrun is a complete joke. And to make things worse, this speedrun that he attempted has not even been verified by speedrun.com. But this is the world record speedrun for obtaining a stone block. Not just a cobblestone block, you have to smelt a stone block, and I'm pretty sure this one's just a joke. Anyway, the speedrunner spawns in and immediately crafts himself a wooden pickaxe. He then mines enough cobblestone to make a furnace and have one extra stone that he can smelt. And
I
once he
want
makes
the
furnace,
challenge to
he
be
puts the
over.
cobblestone and then smelts the stone.
I want the
It's a
challenge to
crazy
be
time of
over.
only 55 seconds.
It's
Another dumb
almost
speedrun on this list
over.
is
Just
Normal at
almost
100
10 minutes
However, you can
left.
immediately tell that this
13
speedrun
minutes
isn't even real
left
and actually
almost.
completely fake. So this speedrun is not only dumb, but it was also completely faked, which is hilarious. The speedrunner begins their run and goes to mine some wood.
Sorry.
Like any normal speedrun. However, things start to get weird when he breaks down at a random glass block and happens to find a chest underneath with some of the most overpowered loot I've ever seen. This is so obviously fake. And just as he is about to go into the nether, pause. If you want to see this fake Minecraft speedrun, make sure to click on screen.
Everyone's go-to bra looks a little different.
Officially 13 minutes left.
Vanity Fair.
Let's hope it doesn't fail because of internet storage. I'm so close.
T-Mobile covers 99% of people in
But if it wouldn't have been due to internet storage, it's like 3 minutes until
We guarantee we won't raise the price of your radio.
it'll be over.
Today.
Yeah, still counts. It has to reach 43 minutes.
Oh my god, guys! No way! This is the rarest chest ever! Full netherite gear? Oh my god! I've exposed a ton of fake speedrunners this past year, and some of them were so hilarious, it's crazy. So here are the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns of 2021. Our first speedrunner spawns in immediately facing straight up, so we already know that it's fake. Then he suddenly finds a village a few seconds later. But wait, is that a diamond house? There's no way this is real. Luckily, things get less suspicious as our speedrunner goes around the village and collects beds. Wait, where did he get all these beds from? It's clear the speedrunner cut the video, went into creative mode, and got the beds. It's obviously fake. Anyways, it's time for the speedrunner to travel to the nether. Okay, you have to be joking. There's a nether portal out in the open? This isn't even possible in Minecraft. Once in the nether, our speedrunner miraculously spawns right into a fortress, which is incredibly rare. After he continues to kill blazes, something very odd happens. He somehow gets 8 blaze rods in his inventory, but we can clearly see that he only killed 4. And things get worse when he somehow gets all 16 ender pearls randomly in the overworld. I guess it's time for him to locate the stronghold, but unsurprisingly, he fakes this also. Our speedrunner digs down randomly into this hole, cuts the video, and then suddenly is in the stronghold. It's so obvious this speedrun is fake. Once he finally reaches the end, our speedrunner somehow has a power 5 bow and is flying. This speedrun can't get any worse. It's pretty clear this speedrun is fake, but this next one might be even funnier. We finally get a normal speedrun as this next guy spawns in a seemingly normal world. And this speedrunner even has a timer so we can make sure that the speedrun is real. He travels a bit off spawn and ends up finding a village. So he decides to loot the very first chest that he sees. And are you kidding me? Not this again. And after this, our speedrunner is on his way to find and locate the end portal. But what do you know? He instead decides to dig down at a random spot in the village, which actually drops him directly next to the end portal. Our speedrunner finally makes it to the end and uses the fireworks he got from the chest to easily move around. But the problem is that he still needs to kill the ender dragon. And let's just say, he fails at this miserably. It's so funny that the speedrunner literally died while cheating. This next speedrun is probably one of the fastest on this list so far. The run starts off and immediately our speedrunner spawns in to collect some wood. And after finding a village just a couple seconds later, he begins to loot the chests that have some pretty suspicious amounts of obsidian. And using this obsidian, he built a nether portal straight away. Yeah, this is getting a bit sus. Moving along, he enters the nether and conveniently spawns into a fortress right away, and the blazes also happen to drop 64 blaze rods. This is definitely fake. Our speedrunner doesn't even bother to travel to the bastion because somehow he got 16 ender pearls. So I guess he's heading back to the overworld to look for the strongholds. Once in the overworld, our speedrunner spawns in a very weird spot, which is actually above the ocean, and you guessed it, right above the strongholds. Either way, our speedrunner breaks in, travels to the end portal room, and suddenly is making his way into the end only 3 minutes in. But our speedrunner has something different to try when he reaches the end. Instead of trying to fight the dragon normally, he applies a strength effect, which is extremely overpowered. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this speaks for itself. What a hilarious run. This next big speedrun is probably the craziest one.
It has
we've
officially
seen
been
yet.
past
Speedrunner spawns in and it's fairly
50
close to the
minutes.
village. After making his way over, he begins to loot the chests in the village. And like the previous
Let's-
speedruns, this guy finds some incredibly
Almost
overpowered
8 minutes
chest that he
left.
opens. After that, the
Almost
speedrunner
8 minutes
finds a
left.
diamond tree just outside the village, and a random stack of Eyes of Ender sitting in the grass. And after that, the speedrunner decides to blow up the village with TNT. This guy isn't messing around. He then decides to build an end portal from scratch and out in the open. And he succeeds, so he is finally in the end. And wait, why is
Just
there
continue
a
watching this video till the end.
waiting for him? Now I guess he wasn't much help because the speedrunner actually dies in the end. This is hilarious. No need to fear though, as our decides to change his game mode to creative, equip an extremely overpowered netherite sword, and fly around the end chasing the dragon. And he succeeds just a minute later to kill the ender dragon. And even taunts him in the chat. What an interesting speedrun. That was obviously fake. Count how many fake things you can spot in this next speedrun. The run begins and immediately our speedrunner spawns into a village and finds 64 god apples and full netherite armor in his very first chest. After that, he goes into another part of the village and this time finds even more overpowered loot, including potions, obsidians, and flint and steel. And he even finds a random diamond tree. Those aren't even real in Minecraft. He now makes his way into the nether by building and lighting a nether portal. But he stumbles upon a random hole known as the Hagen hole.
I wish I could see June someday.
Some time with Oscar would be nice.
Causing trouble?
Running around the ship.
Upon a random hole known as the Hagen hole, which is apparently a new feature added by Notch. And after opening the chest in this random hole, our speedrunner miraculously has full blaze rods and eyes of ender. And he's now ready to travel to the overworlds. There's no way this is real. Once in the overworlds, our speedrunner gets so bored that he teleports himself to the strongholds. And once in the strongholds, our speedrunner finds the most cursed end portal I've probably ever seen. Like, bro, what even is this? I guess it kind of worked though, because he finally reaches the nether and kills the ender dragon by flying around and using creative mode. This guy could not stop cheating in the speedrun. This next speedrunner literally spawns right into a village, and then finds a netherite house right next to where he spawns. This doesn't even exist in Minecraft. Either way, he goes to loot the chest inside and it has full netherite armor. And he even gets bedrock in survival Minecraft. Now it's time for the speedrunner to travel to the nether, but he randomly finds a hole that leads directly into a nether portal. This is so obviously fake. Once in the nether, our speedrunner finds a fake piglin, and then magically gets 64 pearls in his inventory. How is this even possible? And even crazier, when he gets
6.
back into the overworld,
Almost.
he finds a fully lit end
5
portal
minutes
out.
left! Yay!
And the speedrunner literally finds Herobrine. I guess the speedrunner then used commands because the ender dragon is dead and the run is over. We finally start off again on a good note with this next speedrunner spawning in and breaking some wood. And after chopping down a tree, he goes on a bit of a journey to take a swim. He then decides to travel further to find a cave. Wait, where did he get 22 obsidian from? He hasn't mined this entire speedrun. I guess we'll just let it slide for now. He then travels up a hill and breaks down at a random block in the snow. And what do you know? There's literally a chest buried underneath this very block.
Yeah, that one's obviously fake. That one's obviously fake because
And where did this dude get a yellow sword from? After this, he's finally ready to head to the nether.
Doubly
and
OP
decides to build
sword.
an end portal.
Bruh.
But this guy literally finds an end
This
portal
is
in the nether.
immediately a
I've actually
mod.
never seen this before. And underneath it is a chest with so many blaze rods. And just like that, the guy is out of the nether. Moving forward, he finds an end portal not in the strongholds, but out in the open on the snow. And then kills the ender dragon with this quote, stupidly OP bow. This speedrun was honestly super hilarious, but this next one is even better. Next speedrunner wastes no time revealing that the run is fake. As our speedrunner spawns in, he spawns directly next to a ruined portal. And the chest miraculously has 8 ender pearls and 2 obsidian, the exact amount he needs to finish the portal. With that incredible luck, he can finish the portal and go to the nether. And once in the nether, our speedrunner spawns directly into a fortress. And wait, where did he get 15 blaze rods from? As he begins to leave the fortress, there is a perfectly lit nether portal just waiting for him. This guy's already in the overworld. The speedrunner then focuses on finding the end and the strongholds. Wait, why is there a random sign and diamond block there? And how did he
3 minutes left!
way into the end? But
Oh, well,
why
I'm
does this
ready.
ender dragon have like no health at all? And where did he get 69 levels from? Now all the speedrunner
Are you
has
ready?
left to do
Our
is kill the
challenge is
ender
almost
dragon with
over.
one swing of his sword, and his run
Yeah,
is
you
complete.
won.
Luckily, this next fake speedrun is the most normal one we've seen so far in this video. The run begins and
Yeah.
immediately our speedrunner
Build
goes and breaks
where?
wood, creates himself a crafting table, and makes himself some tools. He
Don't believe
turns
me?
around and
Right
happens
here.
to be right
This
next to a
tag
village, which is
is
kind of
Build Bear
suspicious.
Workshop.
However, the speedrunner simply
There's one
creates
out at a
some
mall near here.
and none
Yeah.
of the chests have any weird loot. So far, it seems real. Later, the speedrunner types in chat and
Actually, there's
mentions that they must use
two.
the bathroom. But when the video resumes, the speedrunner is suddenly in the nether, which is definitely the first obvious fake part of this video. And how is the speedrunner in creative mode? Once he sees that he's in creative mode, he explains that it must have been a glitch and he takes advantage of it by teleporting to both the nether fortress for blaze rods and the bastion to collect ender pearls. This guy is insane. So now it's time to head back to the overworld. So
2
the
minutes
speedrunner
left.
returns and enters a nether
I
portal.
want
But
them to
when he
hurry
spawns
up. The
back
fans
into the
making me
overworld,
really
he's
cold.
suddenly
I have
right next to a
goosebumps on me right
stronghold,
now.
which is incredibly rare. He then
Also, I'm
changes the game mode to
hungry
spectator, which is
and
definitely
everything.
not allowed in search of the end portal. And once he finds it, he puts in the Eyes of Ender and is already headed towards the end. I think at this point, the speedrunner gives up on trying to make the speedrun look real, and instead just flies around in the end, creates an enchanted netherite sword, and kills the Ender Dragon with his pure force. After a while, he finally succeeds and the dragon is dead, and the speedrunner jumps in to celebrate. While the speedrunner's fake, you can't lie that it was incredibly funny and hilarious. This next runner literally spawns directly next to a nether portal,
It's
and the
1
chest
minute
beside it just so
left.
happens to have a flint and steel. How convenient.
This challenge is almost over, guys. The 30 sub special is almost over. It was nice being with 30 sub special, and yeah. Also, please try to give me the 50 subs by the end of March. Please, and try to give me the 100 subs by the end of September next year. It is almost time for me to get off of YouTube. 10 seconds left. This has been the best time of my life with this challenge. Bye. But before, it has officially been an hour. I'm touching the stairs right now. I got off. I'm bringing Jack with me. I'm celebrating right now that I actually made it through an hour. This is very, very crazy. Anyways, yeah, bye. Bye, YouTubers. See you tomorrow.